Hello everyone, it's Marilyn here. Welcome back to my channel. I have this tropical beach layout for today, and this is the photo and it is the paper. I am working with the August limited edition kit by my creative scrapbook, and I'm going to use a second page to create the sea. And I'm going to use these flowers, this butterfly here. But first I add this cutting mat because I already scratched my new mat. So let's get started. I'm going to cut around these flowers here with my craft knife. I want to create a little of dimensions in the borders, and I have been inspired to create this page in my beautiful Puerto Rico. I don't know, when I saw this paper, it reminded me of Puerto Rico. If you ever have been in there, you know that you can see from the mountains the sea, and you will find a lot of vegetations, flowers, and I am trying to create a scene like that. Here you can see how far I cut with the scissor and the craft knife. I think it's a little more of the half of the breadth. Now I'm going to prepare my paper with gesso clear. I'm going to apply a little and cover it because I'm going to use paint and some mediums. And when you want to, when you're going to work with mixed media, is highly recommended to use gesso or any primer to your paper. Now I separate a little because you have to be careful that with the gesso, you stick again all the cuts. Now I'm going to use heavy gesso white, and I'm going to apply with the same spatula a little of the white color in the area that I'm going to place the photo. And I want to highlight this area to put it more light because I'm going to use this acrylic paint. This is the one that you can find in any store, and I apply again with the spatula just to create these scratches that the same spatula left on the background, and it gives this texture. And I am applying or blending all the paint on the background. I just add the photo to see if I cover the space that I want, and now I apply a little more, but in the border here I add water because I want I am blurring the edges to create that effect, like a cloud or something like that. And this is the reason. Now I'm going to create the sea. First, I'm going to secure the butterflies because I'm going to cut out these butterflies to use in my page later. And now I am tearing the paper, as you see, to create the effect of the little waves here to create the sea. I check and take the measures to see what part of the paper I need to cut. Now that I know, I'm going to use my scissor and cut a piece of the paper, and it is the first layer, and now I'm going to repeat the same and cut a piece and layer it over this one here, and I have two small waves here. Now I'm adding 3D foam tape to create dimension, and I'm going to adhere these pieces to the paper, to my base paper, and adding more 3D foam tapes, and you will see that it creates this lovely dimension on the page. Now I'm going to trim off and cut all the excess. You can see here how it looks, but I will cover all the back later. Now I'm trimming off all the excess. Okay, now it's ready. You can see how it looks. Now it's time. I'm going to make a double mat for my photo. First I've cut with a white cardstock, and then I'm going to use one craft cardstock to create a second mat. This craft mat go perfect with the red on the paper. I use now the stencil from the kit to give textures on the background. I am trying to place this between all the cuts that I made, and I'm using today the Distress Texture Paste by Ranger. and I just bought this because I want to see it is this medium is especially to work with the distress ink, distress oxides, so I want to see how it works. So I am adding texture in some of the area here. You will see all the texture later. It's hard to see through the video. And now I'm going to dry this with the heat tool. Let me cover this. And once it's dry, I will use the distress oxide. I'm using this one that has this vibrant blue, and I am mixing with water here over the mat to see how it works, this medium or this paste with the distress oxide. I'm starting to apply a light coat of the blue just to see how everything looks. I'm always a little careful when I start to apply the color. I prefer to start with a light coat, and then, like you see now, I am applying different layers until I get the intense blue that I'm looking to my page. Now I'm going to place the photo just to see that I have the effect that I want, and I'm going to dry before I apply the second layer. Now I'm using the faded jeans distress ink with a sponge. I am dabbing the sponge over the stencil work to intense a little the top of the texture, and you can see here how it looks. Let me show you the photo. You can see here the different colors in the sky, so I am trying to give a similar effect on the background. I am adding more distress ink in some of the area. If you notice, it just is a little touches in the background. Now let me tell you what happened after I made the left side here where the photo will be. I think that I need a little of this background work in this corner, so I am doing exactly the same step that I made first. I added a little white gesso, then I am adding the distress medium with the stencil, and you see the colors again, but this time when I mix the distress oxide, as you see, it looks different from the left side. It's more intense, more hard, and that is the reason that you see that now I'm adding water. When you have a problem like this, it's easy to solve. You just need water. Let the water react with the ink, and then with a paper towel you remove this ink, and it's ready now. Now I'm going to adhere a piece, a cardstock on the back. I add tacky glue, and I'm going to adhere a 12 by 12 to cover all the back imperfections. Now I'm adding a piece of the cheesecloth here behind the wave, just to create like a sea foam effect on the background. And I'm going to adhere also the photo here almost over the sea. And once I have that, this is the fun part. I am adding now these branches that comes in one of the flower packages, Prima flowers, and I am going to play with the different elements from the kit, the flowers. I am trying to follow the same red circular shape to embellish my background. I'm adding here a bit of the flowers, and also to create a balance between the other side and this one. Here these leaves are from the pink flowers that comes in the kit, so I am mixing both packages. And for my title, I cut this from one of the paper, and I am looking for the right place to put the title, and I think that I like more in this area. And now it's time to adhere everything, and I did it. Now I'm going to add 3D foam tape on the title, and I add an extra flower here and put the title between the two big flowers. And now that I have the flowers and all these, I cut with a punch a heart that I place here. Now I take all the butterflies. These are from the Ephemera packaging, and I am trimming off the white borders because I like that the butterfly looks very natural, very real. And I'm going to adhere the different butterfly here. I cut two from the paper that I show you first. And once that I adhere all the butterfly, it's time to I want, because when you see this paper, it has this wreath with a lot of like branches from the vegetation. So I decided to add like a texture similar to this color. So I am painting a piece of cheesecloth with distress oxides in vintage photo color. I'm just rub the fabric over the ink, and you see here I already dried it, and I cut different pieces from the fabric, and you know, I create a mess with the fabric and put it then between the leaves, the flowers, just to add dimension and textures in this area. And I let me tell you that it makes a big difference on the background. I just love these textures. And now I'm going to adhere all the fabrics around. Now that everything is adhered here, I am adding mini art stones with gel medium. This is 3D gloss gel. And I'm going to create a paste with this both. You will see that I'm going to mix the mini art stone with the 3D gloss gel. And once I create this textured paste, I'm going to adhere this. I mix it in this area here. If you notice the photo, if you see the photo, I am trying to bring because I want to create like a scene on the background of my paper, of my page. I am adhering this paste here in the area that it looks like sand on the photo. So I am trying to blend this effect of the sand on the background. This is the reason. And once I have the sand ready, I am going to add art stone. This one are the regular art stone with the same 3D gloss gel, and I'm adhering in different layers like I always do in my projects, just to create that dimension. But this time I am adding especially over the brown cheesecloth. And let me tell you that once I add the art stone over the brown cheesecloth, this art stone is like a boom, a highlight. It looks so pretty. You will see at the end in the photos how it looks. And I'm adding around all the wreath around and over the sand here. Now I cover my photo, and I'm adding white paint splatters around all this area, and I add a lot just to solve all the background work. And as you see here, I already add, and you will see that I cover the background. I also add some pearls that you see here, and I paint the art stone with the white pearl metallic paint by Finnabair, and you can see here how it looks. I just love the final result. You see that it gives this tropical look here. Just love it. And you can find, if you are interested in this kit, check the description box down below. And I hope that you enjoyed this video tutorial. If you like it, let me know with a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and click the bell. Here are 2 more videos that maybe you are interested, and I see you soon with other video tutorial. Nos vemos, bye bye.